Welcome back to Let's Play Endless Space 2 on the Reawakening Update. This is Series 10, Episode number 43. I'm JC Proton, and we are picking up at the very end of turn number 80. We're about to do the election. In this episode, we're doing the election, and we're going to do the turn 81 stuff. We're going to be colonizing probably the system, the star system Sealam here. We'll start a new outpost there. We're also going to... We have a new trade route subsidiary in construction at BE4, so that should complete next on this episode as well. So we'll see how the new trade routes are doing as far as resource generation. So all that is happening right now. Voidstone is at 73. So I made a mistake, I think. I had such focus on getting this Trade Clearing Bureau rushed at 8K, spending all of my influence just about using the Emperor's Will to command it to be completed as soon as possible. So it'll be done next turn. Then when I was off camera trying to build... autonomous administration all over the place, I realized I can't do that because building it requires 1,000 influence. Oops. And so I have 11 of those ready to go that I don't have influence for. So that's like whoopsie. And then in addition to that, this is an election that's about to happen. And I forgot that, I'm a federation and we need influence to help encourage our citizens to vote correctly in the election. So, yes, the industrialist support is the highest, and they should probably still win, but I'm not going to be able to influence the election at all because I don't have influence. But I think the worst of the consequences is my laws. My law upkeep is 520 per turn. And I believe the way the mechanics work in the game is when you advance the turn, all your costs are deducted first before the new income is added. So I think it's going to cancel. I'm not going to have enough influence to maintain the laws, so we're going to lose new colony. The 520 is based on population, and so I have 520 population, so it's 520 law upkeep for this law. So that's going to go away probably, and I'm not going to get the plus 25 approval for 5 turns, which kind of is not great because I have a couple of colony outposts that are completing. I have Zinnius and Shu are both completing next turn. So I'm not going to get the plus 25 bonuses on those if the law is not active. So all of that is a whoopsie, 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 big whoops. But it is, that's choices and consequences. I'm not going to go and reload the game and replay the whole turn and re-record the whole thing and do all that. No. We're just gonna deal with the consequences of our decisions. So that's where we are. And I did shuffle some populations around, so I don't have things. For the most part, things are not maxed out now. Again. So this is how we're looking right now. We're reasonably happy. Reasonably happy. Pretty happy people. All right, so let's just go ahead and advance the turn, and we'll find out how the election goes. Score-wise, we're doing pretty well. We're about tied with the Alliance of Sentience, or whatever it's called, the Horatio and Sophon Alliance. Yeah, their scores up. They come up to around 3,200, and I'm at about 3,200. So we're roughly tied. Here we go. We cannot intimidate citizens or do reinforced imperial support. We can only provide official support, which we're doing official support for the Industrialist Party. For what it's worth. Here we go. The game is doing that weird lag thing. There it goes. It takes a long time for it to do the election sometimes. Looking good so far. Industrialists in the lead. Ecologists and scientists are pretty close. Looks like ecologists have a slight edge. We'll see how it goes as we get through more systems. Looking good for the industrialists. That's good. That's good. Pacifists are making a surge here at the end. Wow. Okay. So really, it could be any one of these three, I think. Just by raw votes, it looks like the pacifists are going to be the... Which makes sense. I do have peace with a lot of people, and I'm being pretty pacifist right now. We'll see how these guys throw their support around behind each other and see how it turns out. Pacifists. All right. Okay. That is an interesting event here. Owning the marketplace. Okay, I can see where, you know, pacifist gain support there. Okay. And unlock the law, trusted broker. Diplomacy cost reduction. Let's see if we lost our laws. No research queued. Okay, we're gonna find out in the technology tree. We're totally gonna find out. Wow, look at that. 13,000 influence? Yeah, it was 500, right? Oh, that was not good. I bet you the law's gone. Let's take a peek. Hey, new colony law stayed active. Really? Oh, that's kind of a relief. Hmm. 254? Maybe that was one of the changes from the Reawakening update. One turn, 2 turns, 2 turns, 5 turns, 5 turns. Yes! Whew. Okay. No drama. Everything was fine. Cool. Okay, that's really good news. Okay, so we completed cosmetic genetics. So I'll be queuing that up. I think I'll do it after Mount Zelavis completes. So this gives us cosmetic genetics and alien grafting. And I may go ahead and build that alien grafting different places. I may start doing that. Okay, let's look at Science and Exploration 5, Searcher of Wisdom. Be the first to unlock 40 technologies and you get the Clear Skies program. I don't think that's a good one. Let's see here. Clear Skies program. Plus 5 influence per science building in the Empire. Okay. Well, that's definitely not the terraforming. That's one of the ones that I do not think is great. I mean, it's okay. It's a little bit extra influence, so. But it's not a huge deal. Okay. So what are we going to research here? Autonomous mining would give us more resources, which is really good, and the option of doing urgent AI research to really, really rapidly accelerate our, well, to put some extra boost on our research times. We could do floating superstructures and mech suit quarter. Gives us more population on gas planets and more resource generation. So those are both really appealing. They take about 3 turns each. Looks like we are producing almost 20,000 science per turn, and these are 63,000 and change. So yeah, about 3 turns. I really think I want to... I really want to get to super biofuel factories. That's the thing I want to have happen. And that also gives us aquaculture dome, which is even more food. So that food then becomes industry, and then the industry, we can either use it as industry, or we can use it to produce extra research or dust. Okay, so I want to have better ships. And I wanted them to have better stuff. So if in the span of 6 turns, four turns, I can get to the 5th tier unlocked by doing those 3. And then I'll make better medium ships and better small ships. And then that's 3 out of 4 unlocked. I'll probably do liquid composites. But I think I want to at least go that far and get better military so I can start producing. It takes a long time for me to move my fleets up, so it's going to take like, whatever, 7, 8, 9 turns for me to get fleet that I'm producing from these core systems back here to get them up here towards the front. So I want to go ahead and update my military ships, get them stepped up. All right, let's take a look through these events. All right, we got terraforming happening. Trade company subsidiary is completed. Trade Clearing Bureau is completed. Let's check those out, man. Okay, so our trade routes now look like this. Everything is going through AK. Our red sang production is at 111.5. Voidstone is 66.9. Lower than I expected. Because weren't we at like 73? Benthic Gems is at 23. Virtual Artifacts is at 25. And we have 19,000 dust. Let's help out our trade fleets a little bit. There we go. Now we have 5 bullion freighters and 5 luxury freighters on all 3 trade routes. You know what? I want to look at the experience on that hero at AK and see see where he is at Baramaxa. Oh, look at that, 3. Right, he had 18 experience points and he was level 3. Now he has 36 experience points and he's level 6. He gained 3 levels. Okay, well that answers the question. If you rush something with Emperor's Will, does the hero governor on that system gain the experience from it? The answer is clearly yes. That is a resounding answer. All right, so oh yeah, you know what? Remember I had all this titanium? So let me show you what I did. I created a titanium storage ship design. So it's everything with titanium essentially, just to load a whole bunch of stuff into a build queue, and then I went to Rhea and I queued up like 20 of them, something like that, just to and they're behind this infinite repeater, the Planet Cracker, just so that they won't actually ever build it, just to take those resources out of the out of my supply, whatever you call them, a queue, or I believe there's a limit of 999, and everything after that is just lost. All right, so the heroes. So this max is adjusted by the number of heroes that you have. Because I'm a federation, you get +1 system before overcolonization penalty per hero supporting a leading political party. So I don't have a pacifist. Do I not have any pacifists? I have 0 pacifist heroes. Okay. Let's see here. Well, we're halfway. We're at 56% of the way towards unlocking a hero, and it looks really likely that they will be Overseer. Overseers will be my options. It's the same 5 heroes. The only pacifists I have to choose from is a Sophon counselor. They tend to make well, a Sophon tends to be pretty good admiral. They're good admirals because they get extra movement and vision range, and then that's a whole bunch of energy weapon damage, and then they get a whole bunch more movement. So all of that is pretty good. From an extra shield capacity on fleet as well. So all of that makes them good fleet commanders, but the counselor branch is not as impressive. Hull plating absorption, vision range. I mean, it's not nothing, but it's not great. I think maybe I'm just gonna wait for a new hero. And let me look at this guy over here. Governor Gado. He was the youth social counselor. He's at BC. Yeah, and you socials don't have any boost to strategic or luxury resources, and neither do counselors. So I don't think I'm going to actually keep this guy. He's at BC right now. He's here. All right, so we were 56% unlock. Let's see if we can sell this guy. Get 12,000. And now I'm at 62%. So buying and selling from the market. I guess the hero unlock is definitely based on how many heroes you have. Just like with research. The more you have, then the higher the price goes for each next one. Governor Gado, wow, 32,000. Look at that. He's way up here. Yeah, and I'm not gonna hire any of these guys. I'll just wait. Hopefully, we'll get a pacifist hero option that is an overseer, and that would be fantastic. Because then we can put a pacifist leader in here that has clerical corrections, and that will benefit our entire empire. Oh, that's part of the drop, right? Because the one who was previously a governor may have had clerical corrections. Was it this guy? I think it was Wed's Fez, right? It was either that one or Imma Naratia. Either way, they both had clerical corrections. So that's why my number of resources dropped off, is because I lost a governor hero as a senator. Okay, cool. Let's go ahead and do the other stuff. Let's see, I know we're going to have a fight. Yeah. Me doing my thing where I'm stringing them in here. So I'm going to go ahead and advance the turn. Trade Clearing Bureau is completed. Searcher of Wisdom is completed. I've achieved the deed. Okay, so I guess I got it. I guess I already have 40, whatever, 40 technologies researched. All right, let's go ahead and move all fleets. And we'll see what happens with these pirates. Hopefully our fleets arrive there close enough together that when the pirates attack me, I'll have everything combined. Select all, merge. Ooh. I thought it was going to let me do it, but nope. That's fine. We should do pretty well on this fight. We have 4 attackers in here. So we have even more fleet than we had at the previous pirate fights. So we're even stronger. We're going to do repair and recover. Looks like we have about a 2-to-1 advantage. Okay, so I set this up where I have 2 of my attackers in each of the lanes 1 and 2. And then just a couple of weak ships and down in lane 3. And I expect that the computer player will probably do hard target again and put their kinetic ships in lane 1 and their energy type ships in lane 2. Here we go. Yep, they're doing exactly what they normally do. Cool, let's take another look at that. See the math without the missed shots. Guns, lasers, beams. Their hull plating, their shields. Yeah, it doesn't look like we took any missile damage. Cool. Yeah, pretty dominant. Let's see, how much longer? Let's see, Lumaris is arriving in a couple of turns. Looks like. All right, encounter remains. $750 dust. Cool. Okay, let's go ahead and attack these pirates. It's the last fleet at Auva, and then we'll do a system ground attack. Right, we'll invade the pirate lair. I think this will be a repeat of the last fight. Okay, same as before, kinetic ships on the top lane and energy ships in lane 2. This is lane 1, this is lane 2, this is lane 3. Cool. Guard. All right, similar math as before. Let's explore the Curiosity. Encounter remains. $500 Empire Science. All right, let's invade. Now let's stick with preemptive bombing. It's a very powerful tactic. Retreat. Aha. Great. It made a ground battle remains curiosity. $750 extra dust. And we're at 579 troops out of 1,300. So we've used a lot of our manpower. So I think after we complete the clearing out of this system, I think we're going to head back to Mavros. And I don't know if I'm gonna keep these scrub ships anymore. I think I'm getting to where I have enough fleet. Pretty soon I'm not gonna be needing my scrubs anymore, my higgledy-piggledy fleets. Governor Gado is no longer with us. He's been released from employment. Governor Baramaksa. Let's see here. Clerical corrections. Cool. All right, we're up to 68.9. Yeah, I think it's a temporary setback. Not a huge deal. All these are at 5s now, which is great. Dominic Havinen, level 10, yes. Extra deposit value on strategic resources. Absolutely. Population is gained. Cool. Got a lot of populations growing and a lot of Calgeros. That's good. We need more Calgeros. We need more of the Epistis. So that's really good. See, we need Calgeros and Epistis. They're on the low side. We really need Nashast and Galvarand for sure. We have an Epistis collection bonus. So they do a thing, it's 20% industry cost reduction where you have an Epistis. So it lowers the cost of your system improvements when you have one of them on your system, which is cool. That's kind of a different way of doing extra industry, right? And Calgero's bonus is, oh, it's only at 10. Okay, the colony of Shu is here. And Zinnius is right over here. And Groose is being fed from CE. Dackle is from AE. Way up there. Yeah, I forgot to make any adjustments there. Okay, so CC, I think, is going to be feeding. Is CC feeding anybody? No. So CC can feed Dackle. right, and so here, let's look at what we have for fleet. I kind of broke it out by speeds. Got flagships, attackers, like all of this. I don't think I need any of this anymore. I think I have enough fleet. I can just go ahead and vendor. I can just sell these. And we can sell these as well. And all of these. Yeah, we finally have our own fleets. And they are much stronger than the default fleets. And I actually have more fleet than I can even put into one. Well, that may not be the case. It may be just because the Bastion. It's kind of, it's quirky. It's buggy. There we go. Look at that. 24 of 24. That's a pretty strong fleet. 60, almost 65,000 attack. 19,000 defense, 125,000 hit points. Yeah, pretty strong. Pretty strong fleet. With more on the way. All right, let's jump around between our fleets and see if there's anything we need to take action on. There's incoming fleets. I think maybe I'm going to relocate. This does not seem to be guarded. Yep, that's everybody. I'm going to queue up some autonomous administration buildings. I'm going to put it after Mount Zelvis, though. So I'm glad the election went okay. I'm glad the laws didn't get canceled. That actually turned out way better than I was expecting. I thought it was going to be a kind of a bit of a disaster. And, you know, sometimes elections will surprise you. And they'll end up, you know, the main party that you had in power loses power. And it can be really a mess. So that's really cool. That worked out great. Let's see. What can we queue up here? So we can do a level 4 upgrade anywhere that we have a 3. Let's see if we have any 3s anywhere. That 3 is in progress. That 3 is completed. So we can actually go to a 4. So that 4 is in progress. That 4 is in progress now. That's a 3 that's in progress. That's a 3 that's in progress. So this BE4, if I have enough resources, that's right. I forgot. Yep, that's where we built our trade route. And remember, we moved the system upgrade so that this trade subsidiary would complete. Okay, there we go. So we'll go ahead and get him upgraded as well. Do we have? No, we don't have enough resources to do any more level 3 or 4s. So that's cool. It's looking good, man. So these should level up. Extra freighters definitely helps them level faster. We have a lot of dust that we got now from selling those ships. You know what? Let's do it, man. Let's take it up another notch. And yeah, let's do this one too. So we need to sell in the marketplace. Let's do 46. Let's see, what is Red saying going for here? Not too bad. We'll sell and see what happens. Yeah, a little bit of a dip there. Okay, sitting pretty. All right, all our trade routes have 6 Boolean freighters and 6 luxury freighters now, so that's even better. So that should start speeding those things up. So we'll quickly rock out this upgraded military capability. We get better medium ships and small ships, and maybe we might unlock the 4th, or I guess the 5th tier here in the Empire Development branch of the tree. Or we may go for these instead, autonomous mining and power armor. I'm not sure which of those I'm going to go for next after I unlock the military stuff. It's either these or the super biofuel factory is what I'm going for. Could go either way. Could go either way on that. Whichever way I go, I'm probably going to go the other ones next. And I do kind of want to pick up optimized logistics. That'll help us with our dust income. We probably would only be building adaptive taxation systems. Not really going to go with mineral manipulation, even though it's trade system value. It's resources and for sterile. So I don't know. I'm still kind of torn on that because trade system value is what it is, man. The resources are really valuable and it will help us expand faster. And this one is at least balanced versus over here it's just dust income and it's really heavily dependent on adamantium instead of a shared load between adamantium and antimatter. Alright, well I think that's it for the turn, and we'll see you guys in the next episode. Thanks everybody for watching.